That's awesome. I've seen all those guys at the gym before. What's up, guys? If you don't know, my name is Caleb. If you don't remember, just say it again. My name is Caleb. Today, we're talking about weighing stuff. And so I thought it'd be fun if you guys tried to weigh what is on the screen right now. Which one weighs more? Actually, a horse weighs twice as much as a cow on average. That's crazy. Next one. An elk or a camel? All right. It is a camel. The camel's got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of junk in the hump. Next one. All right, a hippo or a rhino? At this point, you're like, maybe he's just trying to trick us, but maybe the trick is that he thought we were tricking us. But it's actually a rhino. It is a rhino. They should call it hungry, hungry rhinos. On average, they do actually weigh almost twice as much as a hippo, too. So there's a lot of things that we're weighing, and just by looking at them, you can't really tell how much they weigh. In the same way for us, when we look at our lives, we look at our schedule, we look at all the stuff that we have going on, just by looking at it, you can't really tell how much it weighs. So I think the problem is we have a lot of good stuff in our lives, we have a lot of things, but we don't have a lot of great things. So weighing things is harder than we think. You know, we want more. That's what this series is called. We want more. But we're talking about quality over quantity. Quality means the goodness of it. Quantity means like how much of it. And so our lives can kind of be unbalanced at times because we want more and more and more in our lives without asking ourselves not just what's good, but what's best. You guys have been taught like what's good and what's bad since you were little. Like you probably knew what's good and what's bad in kindergarten, right? No? Okay. You guys probably needed some better parental guidance then. But today, we're not just talking about what's good and what's bad. What's important is to choose what is best over what is good. And that's what your life should be like going forward into high school, into college, and for the rest of your life. So it's not enough just to know what's good and what's bad. We need to know what's best. So how do we do that? We weigh stuff. First thing we need to weigh is this. We need to weigh things effectively, not efficiently. So effectiveness is the best quality. Efficiency is about how much you can do. So here are some lies that efficiency tells us. Efficiency says more is always better. Do you guys think more is always better? No. We all know that that's true, but for whatever reason, we still live in a world where they tell us more is better. You're judged by how much you have going on in your life. Like, wow, I do track, I do sports, I do dance, I'm getting straight A's. I have a lot of stuff going on in my life, therefore I'm better than everybody else. But you are more than just your achievements. You know, we can fill our lives with a lot of stuff that end up being meaningless. In college, I was a lot like those guys in the video. Like, I wanted to go to the gym. I wanted to get swole, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Does anybody say that anymore? Swole? But I was like, I just want to gain a lot of weight. I just want to gain a lot of weight. And so, like the protein guy, I ate a lot of supplements, and then I ate a lot of food, kind of like the Justifier guy. You put those two guys together, and probably the sweat guy, and that was me. But putting all those together, I was like, yeah, I'm going to reach my goals. And really, I did. I gained a lot of weight in college by working out and eating and stuff. But in the end, I gained a lot of fat too, because I wasn't really concentrating on nutrition. I was just concentrating on more. So when I looked at the scale, it looked like I was reaching my goal, but I wasn't really healthy. And it wasn't until the end of college and now that I understand nutritionally that you have to look at your macronutrients, which is your proteins, your fats, and your carbs, and they have to be balanced. And so that's how you live a healthy life. But our schedules can look like that. Our schedules can just be full of a lot of fat. Our schedules are just full of stuff, but in the end, it's meaningless. That's a lie from efficiency. The second lie that efficiency tells us is this. Efficiency is only focused on small details. Sometimes it feels like we're just moving on one thing to the next thing, right? Like you wake up, you eat breakfast. Hopefully you eat breakfast. Then you go to school. I know that a lot of you don't. Go to school, go to class, go to the next class, go to the next class, go home, do homework, go to bed. And so we're just thinking one step at a time. But I want to challenge you guys to start thinking about the bigger picture. Start thinking about what's next. Because a lot of the times, we're controlled by deadlines, we're controlled by schedules, whatever the next thing is, and we miss the big picture. We miss the why of our lives. And if we're just looking at doing things efficiently, we can go through our lives and look back and realize, yeah, I did a lot of stuff, but I don't know, it didn't really seem very meaningful. So effectiveness is about the opposite. Your worth cannot be based on how much you achieve. You are more than your college resume. You are more than what your transcripts are going to say. You are more than your college application, all that stuff. You are more than just the trophies in your room. You are a person. And so effectiveness is about looking at the big picture. Do you guys know who Thomas Edison is? Yeah. He invented the light bulb, something that you use on a daily basis. The light bulb is really important. When he invented it, a lot of people actually gave him a lot of flack because the light bulb produced way more heat than it did light. It only produced about 4% light and 96% heat. And so people were like, well, that's a dumb invention. But really, Thomas Edison had a bigger picture in mind. He knew that one day the whole world would rely on the light bulb, and he was right. And so he didn't let people bog him down. He went and saw the big picture instead of looking at the small little details. And so that's what I want for you guys too. Your worth cannot and should not be based on how much you can achieve, but looking at the bigger picture. So secondly, let's talk about how to just do this on a practical level. We need to understand, just like muscle weighs more than fat, that best weighs more than good. We can have tons of good stuff in our lives, but it's kind of meaningless if we're not choosing what's best. And here's what I mean by that. You know what's best by knowing who you are, knowing what your purpose is. You can have a lot of great stuff in your lives, but if it's keeping you away from your purpose in life, if it's keeping you away from doing what you have been called to do, what you've been designed to do, then it's something that needs to go. Something that I want to challenge you guys to create for yourselves is a mission statement. You guys know what a mission statement is? Like, a bunch of companies have mission statements. Like McDonald's, their mission statement is to have return customers whose favorite place is to eat and drink at McDonald's. That's their mission statement. And so we might think that's gross, but you're not a return customer. They make billions of dollars every year because they know how to get customers to come back. And so their mission statement helps fuel them in their company. And so we can think about mission statements as something that's great for companies, but it's also something that is great for you. A mission statement, a personal mission statement, helps direct you and guide you in your life. And so a personal mission statement could be like who you are, why you're here, what you're going to do, like your life goals. And so I challenge you guys, go home and what do you think your mission statement is going to be in life? And the danger is to look like a lot of people say, a lot of blogs and other things, they tell you to like picture your funeral and picture like what you want people to say about you. It's actually a pretty dangerous way to live your life because it's all about what others say about you. I want you guys to care about who you are as a person. Who you are on the inside. That's the effectiveness model. Efficiency says, I just want a bunch of people to be really happy with what I did. But be effective. Have a mission statement. Look at your deeper beliefs, maybe your family values to help fuel what your mission statement is going to be. But write it down and then remind yourself of it. Maybe write it down a lot of places, put it up in your room somewhere, remind yourself, and then remind others about it. Like get your parents involved, get your friends involved. Help them to hold you accountable to what your mission statement is for your life. And so on a daily basis, you can use that mission statement and you can see how to choose the best over good every single day. And you do that by planning. And this is something that I'm pretty sure all of you guys are bad at because I know that I wasn't really good at it in junior high or high school or even really in college that much. We can look at our schedule and be like, yeah, I kind of want to do that and that. But I want to challenge you guys also. Look at a calendar. Look at like where it's breaking up by like the hour and try to schedule out just one day of your life. You'll probably see that there's a lot more that you want to do than you actually can do because there's only 24 hours in a day. And sleep is like hopefully 8 or 9 hours of that, hopefully. So there's only so much that you can do. So plan your weeks, plan your days, and if there's something in your schedule that you're like, this is just taking up way too much time, like you go home and you play video games for 3 hours after school, that's probably something that needs to go if it doesn't match up with your mission statement. Now, if your mission statement is, I want to grow up and be a great computer designer, a great video game designer, then yeah, play as much video games as you want. You can quote me on that and tell your parents that I told you that. But your mission statement is what guides you. When your big picture is in place, your schedule will look the best and not just good. Because a lot of the times our schedule can just be full of great things, but not the best thing for our lives. All right, so I'm challenging you guys to do something that even adults struggle with. So I understand how hard it is. But remember that a mission statement is something that guides you every day. Now, it's important to know the direction that we're going in life. You don't have to have it all figured out. Like you don't You don't need to know what you need to be when you grow up or want to be when you grow up right now. You can figure that out later, but you need to know which direction you're going. Because in a society that tells you to cram your schedule full of stuff, we can be going at 100 miles an hour in the wrong direction if we don't have a mission statement. So that's what I want to challenge you guys to do. Want more for yourself, but want more quality over quantity. Weigh stuff so that you know what's best now. Peace out.